The story of Thomas Beatty took media by storm in 2008. Beatty was called the first pregnant man, although later it was realized that this was not the first occurrence of a transgendered pregnancy. To this day, Beatty is still covered by various forms of media, although not as much as when his pregnancy was announced. Newspapers, television shows, and blogs couldn't get enough of him. He even appeared on an Oprah Winfrey show multiple times, both during and after the pregnancy. The Oregonian had published an article discussing the first of the two shows after it had aired. Excerpts of its account follow. "I really applaud you for having the courage to do it," Winfrey said. In late March, the website for the national gay publication The Advocate posted Beatty's first-person account of becoming pregnant as a transgender male. Since then, the story of the so-called pregnant man has rocketed through the media. Beatty, a 34-year-old resident of Bend, had surgery to remove his breasts and started taking male hormones in about 1998. Nancy, Beatty's wife, has had an hysterectomy, but Beatty kept female reproductive organs. The Winfrey appearance, promoted as dual exclusive with People magazine, marked Beatty's official celebrity debut. He smiled as Winfrey touched his swollen belly, and some members of the studio audience were caught on camera with expressions of surprise. A bit nervously, Beatty talked about his childhood in Hawaii and the suicide of his mother when Beatty, then a girl named Tracy, was 12. After dating men, Beatty came to a realization in his 20s that he was attracted to women. Winfrey asked why Beatty didn't choose to live as a lesbian. "When I woke up in the morning, I felt like a man," Beatty said. Today, Beatty's family remains in the tabloids due to his and his wife's divorce happening currently. Transgendered persons are those whose current gender identity doesn't match their physical identity at birth. Some of these people see themselves as both male and female. Thomas Beatty is unique in that he chose to be male, but still carried out the female act of having a child. Transsexuals are those who may take hormones or go through surgery in order to get close to their desired gender. Beatty did both, taking hormones and undergoing surgery, such as those done to remove his breasts, in order to appear male. Beatty, like all transgendered people, faces the ramifications of the labeling theory, an approach to deviance that attempts to explain why certain people are viewed as deviants while others engaged in the same behavior are not. This is also known as the societal reaction approach. These labels are derived from definite gender role distinctions, which include the stereotypes that men are masculine and women are feminine. The gender roles, or expectations regarding proper behavior, attitudes, and activities of males and females, cause transgendered persons to be criticized for their acting out of the norm. Transgendered persons don't fit this pattern, which makes others view them as deviant. This may be due to their socialization, the lifelong process in which people learn the attitudes, values, and behaviors appropriate for members of a particular culture. This is primarily learned through human interactions, beginning at infancy and continuing throughout life. People generally develop their personality, which are typical patterns of attitudes, needs, characteristics, and behaviors, throughout their socialization. Due to the results of his socialization, Beatty may face criticism for the rest of his life. His personality now fits his body, as he has gone through various surgeries and hormone treatments to become male, but people will still argue that he should have remained female.